you're all doing well and staying safe at home. I just wanted to show you, number one, I'm not going to show you my garage because it looks like a bomb got to it, especially with what's going on around. We wanted to be safe, and we always buy things in large amounts. So I'm just going to show you some of the things that I do have here. If I could just, here we go. Okay, so everything looks like a bomb hit it. All right. But just to show you, I mean, these are things that we always have handy. It's not something that we rushed out and we says, oh my God, we have to like, hoard, and we have to, buy everything that we have in sight, and not leave for other people. No, we're not like that. But we always buy things in large amounts. And when I tell you, you're going to say, oh, I can't afford to do it. It is cheaper than if you're buying things in small amounts. Trust me. I'll give you an example. Okay. This is regular brown paper, hand towels. We bought a whole case of this, or we buy a whole case of this. And it's just like those hand rolls that you usually, if you go to a shopping center, they have those hand roll towels that you pull. We don't have a puller. We just rip and take what we need. But they last so long, it's not even funny. And when you look at them, you say, oh, there's hardly any paper on there. Trust me, they last a long time. Yes, the convenience of having this, the perforated dots, well, that is a convenience. But I'm not one that needs that type of convenience. I'm okay roughing it. So this is how I do it. But yeah, we do have like lots of paper towels here. I'm going to show you. This is bags of flour. I'm always making bread and pizza. Always have large bags. I don't know if you could tell how big this is. This is flour, but we do have large bags of flour. This is another bag of flour. This is one that's almost done. This is a huge bag of rice over here. But I just want to show you, like, cases of tomatoes. Look at these tomatoes. Now, I paid these tomatoes here. Now, it's over a week I have them because we just finished our other box. We had 2 of these boxes. But I want to show you the size of these tomatoes. It's in my hand. Look at that. Look how big they are. Now, I paid so little. I think we paid, was it $9? $9, I think, for this box. And you'd say, well, that's a lot of money, but it really isn't, because if you go to the store and you buy 2 or 3 tomatoes, what does it cost you? I bet it's going to cost you about a good $7. I've got way more than just 3 tomatoes here. This was just one case. Now, it depends. Sometimes we buy smaller tomatoes because they don't have these. They might cost us a little more, but we get a lot more tomatoes. But this is what they had this time on special, and this is what I bought. And we had 2 of these on hand. We bought peppers. We buy them again. I showed you last time. We buy them by the case. Over here, I have basmati rice. We have semolina back here. I'm just going to show you. Now, semolina, you could either make pasta with it. I also added to my bread. I should make a new bread recipe for you guys, because I decided I was putting cornmeal, but I had run out of cornmeal. So I said, you know what? I am going to use some of my semolina. And sure enough, it came out just as delicious. And so now I do put semolina in my bread. I also put some flaxseed because Erica's in that omega-3. She wants to make sure we have plenty of it. So I put that in my my bread also. So I will make a recipe for you. Okay, under my peppers, what do I have? Let's see if I can move this. I have a case of bananas, beautiful organic bananas. Now, organic bananas are going to cost you way more than regular bananas, but if you're not, if you don't care about organic, you could get a case of bananas like for $25. We're talking 40 pounds of bananas, guys. You have bananas for a very long time. So, here we go. These cost a little more because they're organic, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so I'm going to take one of these peppers soon, and I'm going to make a small recipe for you guys. I wanted to make you a nice hush puppy recipe that my family loves eating. So I was going to make it very simple, very little ingredients. Again, guys, the whole trick is to be able to make something delicious, something fast, and very little money. Very little money. Down here, I have a pail of rice. I have jars These are small, they're not just jars, these are artichokes. Yeah, marinated artichokes. I have more than one jar there for sure. Extra dog food. I do make dog food for my doggy. Okay, up here. These are all numbered. I do need to clean up my garage, so I'm not going to show you what it looks like. But I want to reorganize everything and have it the right way. Okay, so I also keep a book, okay, where I write where I have my things in. So if I'm looking for salt, I know to look into maybe not bin 1. See, this is plastic bin, so not bin 1, maybe it's in bin 3. I have it written, so whoever needs to come and get it knows exactly where to find it. Eventually I want to have all these things in shelves, but this is the way I've been keeping some of my dry stuff. And since what's been going on now, we started to put even things like alcohol or clear band-aids inside. There's, I think, there's a box of masks somewhere. So I bought these a long time ago, though. I've had these a long time ago because we need them either when we're sanding furniture or if we're just doing something at home where you need to cover your face, especially when I was making my spoons. I used to wear it when I would sand the spoon, so I already had these masks. They're not the N95s, they're just regular masks, but you know what? A little bit of protection is better than no protection. Plus, I have all kinds of things in here. I've got like chocolate, things that, you know, if you're ever in a lockdown, comes handy. But this, I've been preparing this for like over a year now, so I have a lot of stuff, and it goes all the way up to almost the ceiling in my garage, as you can tell. I've got a lot of stuff that I have prepared. I've got more down here. These are more things that I buy in bulk, like barley, and then I just jar them, and I put one of those little packages that pull up moisture. These are corn that I dehydrated because we bought so much corn. We just dehydrated the corn, and this is great when I do my backpacker meals. If I don't have any, or if I just need to, I want to add some corn to a dish I make, I have it on hand because my freezer is full, so I have some dry ones that I have. Extra oil. Over here I have beets and potatoes, big bags of potatoes. I have more potatoes. Look how big that is. I have big bags of onions. I've got, that's vinegar, which I use in my laundry. I have big box of sweet potatoes. I've had some of these sweet potatoes longer, so maybe I'll use this and make some slips so I could grow them in the garden. We'll see. These other ones were newer potatoes. See the difference? These are the ones that were left from my other box. And they're still good, but they look a little different than my newer potatoes, right? Okay, so again, like that big case of potatoes. I've got hiking food here, a big box of hiking food. I've got more bins of stuff. And I also have them in Marlar. Here, I'm going to see if I could open it for you. Oh yeah, these are, but like I said, I've had these a long time. It's not something that I said, let me go out and buy it because we're on lockdown. No, we've had this. This is stuff that I store away for whatever we need, and they're in large amounts. And let me tell you, like, these are fruit. These are the bigger, okay, I resealed this one. These are thicker, but basically what they are, they're 100% fruit, just like fruit sheets. This is just like a little strip of fruit, and there you go, gluten-free, nut-free, vegan, and all it is dehydrated fruit. So no sugar added to these things, but it's good to have. You see, I've got like a whole box of these, like for $25. Now, God forbid you can't find fruit at the store. I mean, we still can find stuff that we need, but if shit hits the fan and you need something, at least you say, well, you know what, I've got some of this. One of this is a serving. I'm sure this is a serving. I'm gonna just look. Basically, it's a serving, yeah. Because, you know, it takes a lot of fruit to make one of these. So, at least you know you have it. Now, this was a mixed box that I had. So there's 72 in a box. So you pretty much get a lot of fruit for $25. That's what I paid when I bought it. These ones are like double. These are like double the thickness. These ones here. But we have them handy, guys. That's the whole thing, is that, you know, you want to be able to keep some stuff at home, because you never know, you know, if it really gets bad. Look at us. We were planning to go to the, sorry, I'm all over the place right now. We were planning to go to the country, and then this year we're planning to go hiking and stuff like that, and we were told we couldn't even go that way. So what are you gonna do? Okay, so these are Mylar bags that I've bought, and this is new. This is a new sugar, so it's way on top. I have some in this box, some in another box, because I have it marked in the book, and I always consume the older one. When you pack sugar, you don't want to use one of those little dry sacks in there, because it changes the texture of the sugar. So the sugar has to be put separate alone without any those dry sacks. Now here we have assorted mushrooms. This is something new that we bought. We bought a big bag of them, and we put them in these basically all I need is one of these packages. Now these I didn't seal the top, because I know I'm going to be consuming them. But if you have stuff that you want to, say you want to start prepping and you want to have food stored away and you're not going to touch it for when you need it, then you want to seal even the top and make a good seal out of these bags, because these bags you could keep food in there for 30 years. But because we're going to be using like the dry mushrooms, actually I'm going to bring one to the front. I didn't seal the top part, but it does have a Ziploc. It does have a little dry sack, but there's all kinds of stuff I have in here. There's not just mushrooms, but I do have this all written down. Here, let me pull one out, because I'm going to be using it. I do have it written down, so I know where to look for this stuff. So I have another bin down there, but they're all stuff that are dry, so nothing's going to go wrong with these at all. They're all stuff that's dry and stuff that could last a long time. Some of these can last a very long time. I've got pastas in there. I've got cornmeal. Now cornmeal, I don't think cornmeal can last 30 years, but I'm not worried about the 30 years right now. It's just good to know that I have extra. And like I said, I didn't go out and do like that crazy grocery shopping where I leave nothing behind for anybody. I've been collecting stuff for a long time, and I've been storing it for a long time. So I'm good. When it comes to like dry goods and stuff like that, I'm really good. I have beans. I've got all kinds of beans. I have beans that I dehydrated. I've got just regular beans that I want to be able to like cook, and then I put them in jars, and I have them in my refrigerator for when I need them. So when I cook my beans, I don't just cook a little bit. I cook enough where I have maybe 3-4 jars of beans, and it goes in the fridge. And when I need them, they're already there, nice and cooked for me. But they're in these Mylar bags that are protecting them from all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's better ways of storing food. Yes, I'm not there yet. Like I said, basically, I do what my mom used to do. My sugar is in the way. Here we go. Yeah, basically, I do what my mom used to do, except my mom was a little more organized than I was, and store it away. Okay, we have lots. I have lots. Now, this year is not, if I was going to be packing this is oatmeal. Now, I don't have this in a Mylar bag, because I know I'm going to be consuming this fairly quickly. I have some in my pantry, and I know this is going to go pretty fast. Now, the ones I have in Mylar bags, I probably won't touch them. I'll probably buy more bags and leave those for emergency cases. That's why I have them in Mylar, because you do need to put some aside in case of emergency. We have some Asian noodles up here that we always have handy, because, you know, you never know when one craves one of these salty packages of noodles. That's more my daughter. My husband too. He'll get cravings for these. Now these are vegan veggie noodles. Yeah, there they are. Vegan veggie noodles. But They love this salty stuff. If I ever use it, I'll use just the noodles and I'll make my own broth. But, yeah. See, we started to make shells. We just didn't get a chance to finish. But I will. I will do it. If it's my husband's not going to do it, I'm going to do it. But I will get it done. Okay, so, yeah. So just, you know, a lot of food. And it's just a matter of getting organized so I know where everything is. What's happened today is a lesson learned for all of us. It really is a lesson learned for all of us. It's going to teach us how to be a little more prepared at home. It's going to teach us what we need to have at home, what we need to buy and keep at home. But it really is a lesson to all of us, what we should have, and how we need to be a little more prepared. I'll tell you something. I know it sounds odd, but a lot of people who don't have room or don't have a garage, you could get these plastic bins that are flat that you could slip under the bed, and you could store all kinds of stuff in Mylar to store some of these dehydrated or just dry goods. Those flat ones that you put your clothes in. Yeah, I'm sure that you don't have to have a large amount like I have. But what you could do is maybe get one of those flat ones and just start. Get small Mylar bags. They don't have to be the big ones. They have different size bags. And just start putting some stuff away and just stacking them and put them in a bin under your bed. And you have them. God forbid you need them. This is a lesson, guys. This is a lesson. What has happened is a lesson to all of us. It really, really is. So anyhow, I just wanted to show you how I'm surviving. This is not even my pantry. I'm going to show you my pantry. That's another video I'm going to make for you guys. If you've ever gone to buy dehydrated food, but dehydrated food is very expensive. If you want, you could buy peas and you could buy corn. You could buy a large amount of this stuff. And you, like this year, is a big bag of corn that I dehydrated. It's a huge bag of corn. And I turned them into a little jar. Peas. Okay. So this was a huge bag of peas. So you could actually, I put these in jars, but you could actually slip these in those small Mylar bags and you have them for when you need it. And all you need is a little bit of this. You either throw them in your soup as you're making your soup, or if you want to have them, put them in at the very end, you could soak them. You could put these in backpackers' meals. But basically, as you're making your soup, you throw some of these and you've got peas in your soup. So you could actually buy some stuff that you can actually dehydrate and put them in these tiny little bags. I'm going to show you a recipe one day what I do with these. I don't just eat the mushrooms. I also, what I do is I save the broth that the mushrooms were soaking in, and I use them in ingredients. So I'm going to show you how I do that, because I'm like zero waste. I hate to waste, guys. It's been drilled in my head as a child. This is a lesson, guys, and you need to start getting ready, because if you think this is the first and last time this is going to happen to us, big surprise, it's not going to be. And I don't want to be the, the gloomy person who's putting everybody down. No, I'm just saying, live your life, enjoy your life, but be prepared. Be a little prepared where you don't have to go crazy, or you don't have to worry where is your next meal coming from, because it's only going to get crazier. I know there's places where you go shopping. My husband's the one who's always running out for us. But he tells me, Connie, they have no more. Or there's no more rice, Connie. Or there's no more this, Connie. It's like, you got to wait. The guy says, maybe next week. That's kind of frightening, because those are staples that we always have at home. And just knowing that it's not there. So it's good to have. Buy some rice when you get a chance. And you don't have to break your pocket. You do it a little bit at a time. Slip them in these bags and put them in that plastic bin like I told you. Slip it under your bed if you don't have a garage. And that food is going to be there up to 30 years, guys. So just to let you know, you can have a little bit of food stored away that you don't have to say, oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't want to frighten anybody, but I want to tell you guys, just prepare. Don't go crazy. Don't do it all at once, because that'll probably overwhelm you. But a little bit at a time. Go on Amazon. Buy yourself these Mylar bags. First step. And you bring them home. I could put a link if you want where you could go get them. And then once these are at home, start. Say, okay, I have an extra bag, or I have an extra 2 bags of rice at home. I'm going to take 1 bag of rice. I'm going to start slipping them in the Mylar. And these little ones are great. Yes, you want to be able to have those big bags, of course, yes. But these little ones are great because if you have to cook, all you have to do is grab one of these little bags and you've got your meal for your family. Because all this rice is going to make a decent size amount of rice when you cook it. So you don't have to go crazy. But to have some food stored away is a very good idea. Peppers, I want to try dehydrating some of these. I've never dehydrated peppers for storage, but I think I'm going to do it, and I'm going to put them in my little Mylar, and they're going to be good for 30 years. Well, even if it's not 30 years, even if it's for 10 years, God forbid something else happens, we have some peppers that we can throw in our meal, rehydrate, and we have them handy. We could throw them in soups, we could throw them in stews. Easy to do. So I'm going to take some of these peppers, because if the price is still good, I might get another box, and I'm going to chop it up, and I'm going to put them away in Mylar bags. You could say, well, why don't you put them in your freezer? Because if you see my freezer, you're going to get scared. I have all kinds of stuff in my freezer. Food, I have plenty. But I like to have that long-term food put away, just in case. And because Erica and I love hiking so much, who wants to sit there and cook all day long? No, we don't. So we grab a couple of things that we have in here. Let it be a bag of rice, a bag of barley, or whatever, some corn, and we just go to the country and we can make up meals in no time at all. And yes, we also do go to the grocery store up there. They have grocery stores. I could buy fresh produce if I have to. But I'm saying, if we don't want to go stop at a store and we just want to go there for a day or whatever, we have stuff ready for us. All I have to do, look in my book and say, okay, rice is in this bin. Open that bin, pull out the rice. Corn is in this bin. Open it up, and there's the corn. And then we take what we need, knock it off in the book. You want to be able to deduct it, so this way you know that you don't have more than you think you have. So I reduce the amount that I have in my book, and whatever goes down in number, I know I need to replenish it. But I just wanted to show you what we've been doing for now it's over a year that we've been preparing and buying stuff. Something that, you can consider doing. A plastic bin under your bed and start putting away some stuff. So I'm going to say stay safe, guys. I will make that video for the masks. I just have to figure out my pattern, and then I'll make a video for you guys. I'm going to take one of these because now I got a craving. Put away this. And this makes some great chili, guys, with this stuff, because as you're cooking everything else, you cook your corn back in there and it gets rehydrated beautifully. And I'm going to say I love you. I'm going to say stay safe. And I'll see you in my next video. Talk to you soon.
For more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to Connie's RAWsome Kitchen, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends.